Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I hope you are doing great today. Let me ask you a question before we begin. Have you ever heard someone say, "You are confusing me," and another person say, "This question puzzles me"? Did you feel that both sentences looked similar but not exactly the same? If yes, then today's lesson is going to make everything clear for you. Today we are going to learn the difference between confuse and puzzle. These two words are very common in English and many learners mix them up because both words are connected with difficulty in understanding something. But there is a small difference in feeling and usage between them. If you understand that difference, your English will sound much more natural and fluent. So stay with me till the end because today we will discuss meanings, grammar, common situations, sentence structures, pronunciation, emotional tone, and 5 powerful examples for each word. By the end of this lecture, you will never confuse these words again and you will never feel puzzled about them either. Let us begin with the word confuse. The word confuse means to make someone unable to think clearly or understand something properly. When something is confusing, your mind becomes unclear. You may not know what is right, what is wrong, what choice to make, or how something works. Confuse is often connected with disorder, lack of clarity, or mixed information. For example, imagine your teacher explains a topic too quickly. You cannot follow the explanation properly. In that situation, you can say, "The explanation confused me." Another example is when two people give you opposite advice. One says yes and the other says no. Now your mind becomes unclear. You feel confused. So the main idea behind confuse is mental uncertainty or lack of understanding. Now let us look at the grammar of confuse. Confuse is usually used as a verb. Base form is confuse. Past form is confused. Past participle is confused. Present participle is confusing. Now pay attention to something very important. Confused describes how a person feels. Confusing describes the thing that causes confusion. For example, "I am confused. The lesson is confusing." This is one of the most common grammar patterns in English. Now let us deeply understand the feeling behind the word confuse. When you are confused, you usually feel mentally lost. You do not understand something clearly. Maybe there are too many details. Maybe the information is unclear. Maybe there are many choices. Confusion often happens in studies, conversations, directions, instructions, relationships, and decisions. Now let us see 5 detailed examples of confuse. Example number 1. The complicated road signs confused the tourists and they drove in the wrong direction. In this sentence, the road signs were unclear or difficult to understand. Because of that, the tourists became mentally unsure. Example number 2. Her sudden change in attitude confused everyone in the office. Here, people did not understand why her behavior changed. That lack of understanding created confusion. Example number 3. The teacher tried to explain the topic again because the first explanation confused the students. This means the first explanation was not clear enough for the students. Example number 4. Do not confuse kindness with weakness. This is a very common English expression. It means do not mistake one thing for another thing. Notice something important here. Confuse can also mean mistake one thing for another. For example, people often confuse twins. I confused salt with sugar. So confuse has 2 meanings. First, to make unclear. Second, to mistake one thing for another. Example number 5. The new software system confused employees because it looked completely different from the old one. Again, employees could not understand the new system easily. Now let us move toward the word puzzle. The word puzzle means to make someone think hard because something is difficult, mysterious, or strange. Unlike confuse, puzzle often carries the feeling of curiosity and deep thinking. When something puzzles you, you want to understand it. It is not only unclear but also mysterious or surprising. For example, imagine your friend suddenly stops talking to you without any reason. You keep thinking about it because the behavior feels strange. You may say, "His behavior puzzles me." This means you are trying hard to understand the mystery behind the behavior. Now let us understand the emotional difference between confuse and puzzle. Confuse often creates frustration because things are unclear. Puzzle often creates curiosity because things are mysterious. That is the biggest difference. Confusion feels messy. Puzzle feels mysterious. Now let us discuss the grammar of puzzle. Puzzle can be used as both a noun and a verb. As a noun, this crossword puzzle is difficult. As a verb, the question puzzled me. Today our focus is on the verb form. Like confuse, puzzle also has adjective forms. Puzzled means feeling confused or unable to understand. Puzzling means something strange or difficult to explain. For example, I am puzzled. The situation is puzzling. Now let us study 5 detailed examples of puzzle. Example number 1. The detective was puzzled by the missing evidence. Here, the detective found the situation mysterious and difficult to explain. Example number 2. Her calm reaction during the emergency puzzled everyone. People expected fear or panic, but she stayed calm. That strange behavior made people think deeply. Example number 3. What puzzles me most is how he solved the problem so quickly. This means the speaker finds the situation surprising and difficult to understand. Example number 4. The scientist was puzzled by the unexpected results of the experiment. The results were unusual or mysterious. Example number 5. His smile puzzled her because she could not understand what he was thinking. Again, there is mystery and curiosity in the situation. Now let us compare confuse and puzzle side by side. Confuse means unclear understanding. Puzzle means mysterious understanding. Confuse is often about disorder or mixed information. Puzzle is often about mystery or unusual situations. Confuse may stop your thinking. Puzzle may encourage your thinking. For example, the instructions confused me. This means the instructions were not clear. The magician's trick puzzled me. This means the trick was mysterious and made you think deeply. Now let us look at some daily life situations. Imagine you are reading mathematics instructions and nothing makes sense. Numbers, formulas, and steps are mixed in your mind. You feel mentally blocked. That is confusion. But imagine someone predicts tomorrow's event exactly before it happens. You keep wondering how they knew it. That feeling is puzzlement. One is unclear. The other is mysterious. Now let us learn some common collocations with confuse. Deeply confused. Completely confused. Confuse someone. Confuse one thing with another. Confusing instructions. Confusing language. Confusing situation. Examples. I was completely confused after reading the contract. The confusing directions wasted our time. Now common collocations with puzzle. Puzzle someone. Puzzled expression. Puzzling mystery. Highly puzzled. Puzzle over something. Examples. She looked puzzled after hearing the news. Scientists are still puzzling over the strange discovery. Notice the phrase, puzzle over. It means to think carefully about something difficult or mysterious. For example, he spent hours puzzling over the riddle. Now let us discuss pronunciation. Confuse. The stress is on the second syllable. Confuse. Puzzle. The stress is on the first syllable. Puzzl. Practice them clearly because pronunciation is very important for speaking confidence. Now let us look at some common mistakes English learners make. Mistake number 1. Using confuse when the meaning should be puzzle. Wrong. The magician's trick confused me. Possible but not the best choice. Better. The magician's trick puzzled me. Because magic is mysterious, not just unclear. Mistake number 2. Using puzzle for simple lack of understanding. Wrong. The difficult grammar rules puzzled me. Better. The difficult grammar rules confused me. Grammar rules are usually unclear, not mysterious. Now here is a very important speaking tip. Native speakers often use confused for everyday situations. For example, I am confused about this homework. I am confused about the directions. I am confused about your message. But they use puzzled when something feels strange, surprising, or mysterious. For example, I am puzzled by his silence. I am puzzled by her decision. I am puzzled by the sudden change. Now let us do a quick practice together. Listen carefully. Sentence number 1. The map was so unclear that it blank us. The correct answer is confused. Sentence number 2. The old photograph blank the historian because nobody knew who the person was. The correct answer is puzzled. Sentence number 3. I always blank my twin cousins because they look exactly alike. The correct answer is confuse. Sentence number 4. Scientists are blank by the strange signals coming from space. The correct answer is puzzled. Excellent. Now let us go deeper into advanced understanding. Sometimes confuse and puzzle can both be used in the same situation, but the feeling changes slightly. For example, his behavior confused me. This means I could not understand his behavior clearly. His behavior puzzled me. This means his behavior felt strange or mysterious and made me think deeply. So both are possible, but the emotional color changes. That is what makes English beautiful. Small word choices create different feelings. Now let us learn some related words. Confusion. This is the noun form of confuse. Example. There was confusion after the announcement. Confusing. This describes something unclear. Example. The instructions are confusing. Puzzlement. This is the noun form of puzzle. Example. Her face showed puzzlement. Puzzling. This describes something mysterious. Example. It was a puzzling question. Now let us imagine a short story to understand both words naturally. One day, a student entered a classroom late. The teacher was writing difficult formulas on the board very quickly. The student became confused because he could not follow the lesson. After class, he noticed something strange. The teacher suddenly erased one important formula and looked nervous. That behavior puzzled the student. He kept thinking about why the teacher acted so strangely. Did you notice the difference? The difficult lesson caused confusion. The strange behavior caused puzzlement. Now let us talk about formal and informal use. Confuse is more common in everyday English. Puzzle sounds slightly more thoughtful or literary. Writers, detectives, scientists, and journalists often use puzzle when discussing mysteries or strange situations. For example, the disappearance puzzled investigators. Now here is another useful point. You can use confused about, but usually puzzled by. Examples. I am confused about the rules. I am puzzled by his actions. These patterns are very natural in spoken English. Now let us revise everything clearly. Confuse means to make someone unable to understand clearly. Puzzle means to make someone think hard because something is strange or mysterious. Confusion comes from lack of clarity. Puzzlement comes from mystery. Confuse often creates frustration. Puzzle often creates curiosity. Confused means unclear in the mind. Puzzled means thoughtful and curious. Confusing describes unclear things. Puzzling describes mysterious things. Now, before we end, let us hear 5 final quick examples for revision. Confuse examples. The long instructions confused me. Do not confuse fact with opinion. The similar names confused the teacher. His fast speech confused the audience. The complicated chart confused the new employees. Puzzle examples. The ancient symbol puzzled historians. Her sudden laughter puzzled her friends. The missing keys puzzled everyone in the house. The strange sound at night puzzled the children. His decision to quit the job puzzled his family. Excellent work, everyone. Today you learned one of the most important differences in English vocabulary. Now you know that confuse is about unclear understanding, while puzzle is about mystery and curiosity. The next time you speak English, choose your word carefully and your communication will sound more natural and intelligent. Thank you so much for watching and learning with me today. Keep practicing daily because strong English is built step by step. If you enjoyed this lesson, share it with your friends and keep supporting the channel. Before you go, here is a final question for you. Can you write one sentence using confuse and one sentence using puzzle? Try it in the comments and practice your English today.